Okay, so that was stop number 12, and it's daytime now already. Let's see, it's starting to be very bright outside. It's 6:11 in the morning here at the East Coast. Um, let's do this. This usually happens. You start off the shift dark, and you could literally, if you have a time lapse, which I've made a few of those, you could see it move from being dark to going, bright, and you see the moon's light disappear a little bit, and then the sunlight come in. So it's a little bit of a transition from nighttime to daytime. Every once in a while, you're just sent into a suburb or in a place like this, and it's not in the middle of the city. A little bit creepy-ish sometimes, especially because of how nighttime runs into daytime, or how it transitions. Trust me, some of them it could be really creepy. But I've made time lapses of it actually transitioning from nighttime to daytime. I think I will actually download this one and make it a time lapse, and you will see what it actually feels like to go from deep dark into daytime. It's a beautiful transition. It's really a beautiful transition. But right now it's 6:11 in the morning here at the East Coast, and we're just considering to do Amazon Flex. So this is gonna be package number 13. Yeah, package number 13. And for this entire block, I had 20 packages. So the thing is, if you get a fewer so the way Amazon Flex is supposed to work is that if you get, say, a 3-hour block, they're supposed to send you, if they send you a far off place, say you are going to drive for, let me say, 45 minutes to an hour to get to the place, then they'll give you fewer packages. And if they're sending you closer to the station, then they'll give you a little bit more packages. That's the ideal way Amazon Flex is supposed to work. But recently, it has not been functioning that way. It has actually been a little bit of the opposite. It's been, you can never tell what the meaning of the packages they give you is. But this morning they gave us one that makes a little bit of sense. They sent us a little bit far away, but they gave us fewer packages. So they gave me 20 stops, and sent me a little bit far away because right now I'm almost crossing over into Rhode Island right now, and my station is in Massachusetts, southern Massachusetts, closer to Rhode Island. So, and also the distance apart between packages, the distance between packages also matters. For example, the packages could be close to each other where you literally have to drive a minute or two, or less than, let's say less than 5 minutes in between packages. So those ones you may get more packages, and sometimes they may be spread out. These ones today are actually very spread out. The one we just did, package number 12, was about 15 minutes away from package number 11. And this one that we're doing right now was about 7 minutes apart. So when they start to stretch after 5 minutes, when they start to stretch into 10-15 minutes, then that becomes very spread out, which means you will literally take more time. For example, if you have 10 minutes in between packages, it means then in 1 hour you can do only like 6 packages, because if it's taking you 10 minutes to drop off one from the other, then it will take a little bit longer. But then again, sometimes it's a little bit creepy depending on the places they send you and what time you're in there and what time you're in those places. But the sun always comes out and it starts to, take away the darkness a little bit. Most of what is creepy is the dark. There's a dark. If they send you in a remote area and it's actually dark, I've uploaded videos of those where they send you in the weirdest, darkest places in the middle of the night, and it gets to be creepy. But this one they sent me in it's a mix of a few. Some of it is kind of town area. It's not that creepy, but some of them they've sent me into really remote residential places that, for example, you have to drive down people's driveways and it's like 7 minutes into the driveway. Beautiful houses, farmer country, but it could literally be very creepy. And now daylight has fallen, so it's starting to look good. There's a little bit of a transition from nighttime into daytime, and I've made a lot of videos like that, speed videos that are showing you the transition from nighttime to daytime when the sun is coming out. It's really beautiful to watch. It's really beautiful to watch. The other thing that I like about working early morning is that at least you're starting your day with a shift in and a little bit of that money in. So you're starting your day, say, with $80, $100, depending on how long the block has been. It's a very good thing to start your day when you know you have a shift in. So this one is a little bit creepy. We're gonna pull into the driveway a little bit. Let me see, 169. Yeah, that's good. So we're gonna pull into this person's driveway. I usually put on double blinkers when I'm pulling into somebody's driveway, so they can know that I'm here for good. All right, you're gonna get a glimpse of me getting out. It is really starting to feel like spring here at the East Coast, because even though let me see, the degrees are 30 degrees Fahrenheit right now, but it's starting to feel that kind of non-stinging chill. It's starting to feel like it's just cold air. And the other thing is the birds are starting to chirp in the morning, which means the birds are returning now from whatever they went during the winter. It's starting to feel really good. It's really starting to feel really good. There's a few things that if you're not a person who's doing these gigs where you're supposed to be out at a given time, even if it's snowing, raining, whatever, there's a few things that you don't pay attention to. But if you have to do this type of work and you're out in any type of weather, then there's a few things that you actually pay attention to, even a little bit of a change in a breeze, change in the weather, and all that good stuff. You literally pay attention to it because it means a lot to you, you know? For example, recently they sent me in the middle of Boston when it was really windy. The wind was blowing me down, like in between buildings. You feel like the wind is gonna just lift you up and slam you right smack bang down. And I've seen it literally pick up things that you would not think wind would pick up, and they're flying all over the place. Sometimes it's very intense, and it gets to be really, really crazy. I've seen all that. I've been snow times, been out in the rain, blazing sun, all of it. You get to experience all kinds of weathers. Weather seasons when you're doing this kind of gig work. But yeah, it's night time is fading away. It's now starting to be daytime, and it's starting to look golden beautiful, even though it still feels a little airy. It's just interesting to know that you're starting your day with a little bit of money in your pocket, and that, because for me, my goal is usually to make about $200. So if I start off at 7, 8 in the morning and I've made maybe half of that, then I know the day is gonna be good, and I can focus on a few other things during my day. And I know if I have maybe one other morning shift, if it's like says $77, $88, then I'll know I'm making some progress towards my goal for the day. And that's how I take it. Small nuggets by small, a few nuggets here and there to make my day work. To make my day work. And now we're going to stop number 14. So we're doing pretty good. It means we have six. It means we have six packages left after this one. And that's slowly by slowly, chip away, you hammer away slowly by slowly. That's how you get to finish a block. That's how you get to finish a block of this Amazon Flex thing. It used to pay well. Amazon used to pay well. I did Amazon blocks that were $150, $140 something dollars. I did some of them that were $130. But these days, the most that I can get, even on a 5-hour shift, is $110. So the pay started going down at the beginning of 2025, and now it's really low. What it is, we still continue with it here and there, and hopefully at one point it's, but for now it's not making any sense. For now, they learned to do $66 for 3 hours, $77 for 3.5 hours, $88 for 4.5 hours, and $110 for 5 hours. And sometimes you go in for a 4 hours and it feels like you got a 5 hours. So the load of the work is a lot, and the money went down tremendously. And it just didn't go down tremendously, but it was also difficult to find these blocks, to secure these blocks to be able to go to work. So either way, it's a double-edged sword. The money is a little bit, and it's hard to actually find these pieces of work. So you could see this stop is good now, but you can imagine how creepy this can be. Look at this ravine. You can imagine how creepy this can be at 4 in the morning. But now that it's a little bit bright, it's 6:21 in the morning, it's not that creepy. But you can imagine how this can be creepy at 4 in the morning. Look at this. These are the driveways that I was talking about, because it's farmer country. People have bigger houses, they have longer driveways. As soon as I know now I'm starting somebody's driveway, I put on dual indicators just so I can alert this person that I'm not here for any harm. I don't want any fight or any trouble. And this is stop number, used to be stop number 14. I have all my packages in the front. Let me drop this off real quick. All right, that is another stop gone. So now we're going for stop number 15. Excuse me. Yeah, places like these could be really, really creepy. Right now, we're just lucky that we got to a stop like this, and it's just 6:24 in the morning. So it's about to be 6:30. It's closer to 6 than it is to 7. But places like this could be very creepy if you get here. Imagine in here in this ravine at 4 in the morning. Look at this. Imagine that. But if you're here when it's daylight-ish, then it gets to be a little bit, it's not as creepy. But yeah, trust me, this type of work, you need to be all in. One thing about what Amazon actually wants you to believe, or what they actually strive to make things work, is that they don't penalize you for reporting safety cases. So in case you feel like you're not safe, you could report that case, or you could not deliver that particular package and mark off that you were not feeling safe. And that way, they will actually not penalize you for that. It will not go on your account if it was a safety issue. Reporting those does not affect you in any way. So if you feel unsafe, you will always report those, and do not do that delivery. You have to take that package back or something. We got Steven Domingan. Hi, Steve. What's up? Are you an Amazon Flex driver, or are you a gig worker? I can be able to see a few of those comments from here, from where I am, a little bit. I could be able to get a few of them. But yeah, there's been a few times that I felt unsafe. Of course, I think the biggest issue for me doing this work is dogs. You will be surprised by how many people have dogs and they're not protected. They're not, on a leash, right? And there is this thing that people do that really pisses me off the most, is that they know they have a dog and the dog is kind of aggressive, and they leave them in